Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got a free versus free on Ghost City 2. Playing as the Steel Legion on the southern side, we've got Carepaint, we've got Gab PR as the Chaos Demons, and we've got Ohm as the Tyranids. And on the northern team, we have got Mortis as the Demon Hunters, we've got Arsanum as the Salamanders, and we've got Le Merchant as the Thousand Suns. Now I do have to say, this is a very sexy looking map here. Gives me Stalingrad vibes, or East London vibes, take your pick which one you fancy. A bajillion million strategic points available up for grabs just outside everyone's natural. You've got a line of other bits and bobs for them to catch, as well as in the centre you've got these relics and a critical location smack bang in the middle of this square building here. So lots of broken down buildings to fight around. And I do quite like the team matchups going on here. So we've got Tyranids, Chaos Demons and Steel Legion, all famously known for their deep striking capabilities. But then again, we do have Demon Hunters on this team, as well as Salamanders, which also have amazing anti-demon armor units available to them. So the Tyranids and Demons will have to watch out for all their gubbins going on. We have a Transit turret that's going to be nudged into existence. The Lost Soul can just basically nudge a building and it will start solo building itself, so that's the thing. Brotherhood Champion will come over and see if he can give it a little nudge himself, the old swipe of the old Power Sword. Although won't be able to out-damage the DPS for the building. But he'll give it a good go, all the same. Cinch Cultist going for the critical location, so I imagine this will just be like a little divergent tactic. Now, I do believe that I have seen most of this game, but I kind of joined... I didn't play any games, but I was very drunk at the time, so I just kind of joined in to watch. So for the life of me, I can't actually remember most of this game. I think I have a rough idea of how it ends. Got no idea how they get there. But in true fashion, Chaos Demons summoning some pink horrors. Although mind you, they're going to have to be really careful with their morale. As obviously they are quite a far distance away from any significant structures for them to regain their morale. Unless of course the Lost Soul comes over and joins them, which is something. Got some Raveners as well, flanking these Grey Knight Pegasus squads as the Brotherhood Champion goes down. And yeah, this is going to be quite a difficult team combination to deal with, especially in the early game. I don't think the Tyranids have too much in the way of deep striking troops later on in the game, but then the Stormtroopers of the Steel Legion can kind of pick up the slack for the Tyranids in that sense of the way. Do have a Sorcerer Lord. Do we know what kind of... You have gone for... Maleficoni Paverni spell research. So that is your tricks and wily dealings, putting some chains on these guys, forcing them to not really be able to tunnel away. Where are you going? Ah, there we go, giving it a second tunneling. Fair enough. But some flamers on these Grey Knight Pegasus should give them a little bit of an edge. Pink Horror's losing the morale, quite not able to get some synapse on the go there. What's going to be teleported in here? Some Furies. Oh, with a Lost Soul in there as well, so they're going to be quite cushy when it comes to morale and stuff. Yeah, they'll be alright. They'll regain some in good given time. Silver Spire's been built up, and we do have a double Thunderfire cannon on the way. Not sure how this is going to play out, especially when you've got Raveners who could just teleport straight on top of them. Well, it's not teleport, it's burrowing, but you know what I mean. The verb might be different, but the function's the same, gosh darn it. Transit turret still going strong. Raveners will tunnel behind these Thunderfire cannons. Make quick work of them. This Thunderfire cannon is already quite low on health. Got some Gene Stealers in their ranks as well. Horrors down here, struggling a little bit with all the demon stuff going on. Also got some Screamers as Inch coming in. Going to be showing the Raveners how the hit and run tactics are done. Although these Screamers do have morale as well. They're not like the Nurgle demons in the Death Guard, where they kind of ignore the morale. The demons of the Thousand Suns still suffer from morale a little bit. Got some blue horrors now. These are just the guys who kind of turn up when the pink horrors died. Not really. I don't think we're able to control them. You just kind of stand there until everything dies, and look at that. Managing to hold off their line, but finally catching that bit, but while also allowing these guys to make some movements up over on this side. Steel Legion coming over, building up some tarantula turrets for defensive purposes, I am absolutely sure of. And yeah, that Steel Legion, I mean, those turrets, tier 1, but absolutely lethal, even in the late games, can turn infantry into mincemeat. So that's going to be a hard relic to take on. Probably want to turn around, but this is quite a... I mean, whoever made this map, well done. Like, this is just aesthetically gorgeous. A little relic on top of a little ramp, pipes going into it, gorgeous. And then down here you've got like this little pavilion, or whatever you call the dome thing, where you normally have a string quartet being played. What is that? It's not a pavilion, is it? Pavilions are like buildings where you put like cricket equipment in. I don't know, my knowledge of architecture is non-existent. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only pavilions, maybe, if I'm getting that correct. Broodlord going to be having a little nosy nose, but deciding against it. There are a lot of Grey Knights in there. Small in number, but high in damage. Got these Screamers of Inch coming in. Morale instantly breaking. Sorcerer Lord going to come in, throwing down some chains on someone. Doesn't seem to be doing all that much there. The Grey Knights are going to be coming in as well. So looks like they're going to go in for the two-pronged attack, going for both relics at the same time. Braver men have done less, or more. Got some people coming over here. Thunderfire Cannon. Slowly making its way over. We'll probably lose a significant amount of its health. There we go. Just turn around, start firing, although now in range of both transit turrets. Not the best place in the world to stand and fire. Grey Knights holding up a good fight here. Taking out quite a significant amount of the Ravagers. Gene Sealers there, with their powerful pincery claws, clawing their way through the armour. It does look like that the Grey Knights are suffering quite a lot of losses in here. And they are quite expensive. Hold still so I can click on you. There we go. 55 blue and 10 green. Not much more expensive than the Space Marine, but when you lose 3 squads in one sitting, that is quite a cost to sink. A lot of material required to bring those back up to full fighting strength. They can only have 3 models in each squad, so that is something. Significant amount of range damage as well. Gene Stealers fall back. I think all the Raveners are dead. Sorcerer Lord just chilling out of the boys, as you do. Yeah, all the action being centered around this general area. We do have a Hive Tyrant now coming in. Now, Sorcerer Lord, be gentle on him. Then again, everyone forgets, and I forget this quite often, that the Sorcerer Lord does slap in close combat. Not to be messed around with. Do have the Tyranids laying claim on this relic. As I've said 1,000 times before, that little shape there always makes me think of the flowers from Mario, the ones that come out of the green pipes. By Brotherhood Champion joining these Grey Knight Pegasus. And also got some Chosen, so tier 2 for the... oh dear, you guys didn't last for long, did you? Instantly wiped out. Tarantula turret being upgraded with a las cannon, ready to take on these Razorbacks. Now the Salamanders in their tier 2s there. Well, actually, they're tier 2 and tier 3, they've got quite the formidable roster of vehicles. But the Steel Legion managed to anticipate their moves a little bit before them. Got some spore mines coming in, but does not look like that these guys have got the metal to be able to hold this point here. Only Hive Tyrant. He's trying to go up against the Sorcerer Lord, but like I say, man, that Sorcerer Lord just doesn't know when to quit. He's not going to win this engagement, but he's certainly going to give this Hive Tyrant something. If I should know, maybe. Force him to turn around and say, show us that backside, young man. I'm gonna get the belt out. And indeed, he does get that belt out. Now going to turn his attention to these guys over here, chaining them down. These guys are trying to go for their patented, world-famous grenade launchers. Now got those Deep Strike Stormtroopers coming in as well. Broodlord managing to give this Brotherhood Champion the old suplex. Sorcerer Lord also goes down. Screamers of Zinch now going to be coming in to see if they can get some revenge on losing a couple of heroes there. Triple Razorbacks. I don't think they lost a single one there. Oh, that's because a Tech Marine came over, gave him a little bit of a tweak. Fair enough, so the Northern team does, in fact, manage to claim both the relics. Do have a what a UI Desecrator. Quite a disgusting looking crab man. He's not going to go down anytime soon. But yeah, this is quite a sizable force over on this side. I'm going to see some Halifax Carnifexes. In fact, what's going on in the bases? Are they responding? They've got their Stormtroopers, they've got the Carnifexes. Not as many spawning points as... well, spawning pools, or reclamation pools, that's what they're called, as I'd like to see, but double Desecrators going to be quite the tough customer for these guys to deal with, especially when they've got no anti-vehicle weaponry. But even if they did, these guys are... I mean, well, they're Nurgle Desecrators, aren't they? Anything Nurglish, quite difficult to take down. Although, I'm quite surprised with the amount of vehicle play going on here. I'd expect it to be more of an infantry slog, but it does seem that these roads were designed with vehicles in mind, which is quite nice. I like that. That's a good map design again. You, Mister, or Mrs. who made this. I mean, look, have you ever got like little lights? Gives me very, very much like RuneScape vibes. Those kind of lights do. One Razorback goes down. Another one sure to follow. I'm sure, sorry. And the Stormtroopers, they've got a significant amount of plasma guns on them as well, so Grey Knights will have to think twice before engaging in long-form range combat here. Screamers is inch over here, just kind of playing volleyball by the looks of things. Not a care in the world. Razorback trying to cause some mischief with the formations here. One Razorback goes down again, only one remaining. Got double Chimera Assault variants. Not going to pump down too much in the way of DPS, but if anything, they're just there to absorb the fire. Keep some of the attention off their more squishier Deep Strike counterparts. Got a Dreadnought as well as a Rapier Armor Destroyer in there. And these guys, while very low on health, very fragile, have quite the range on them and can take down a vehicle. No man's business. Chosen over here are the Thousand Suns. Yeah, there we go. Thousand Suns now going to get involved. We also do have a Stormhawk Interceptor. Absolutely insane unit. You get 3 of those bad boys all together in a little raiding posse, and they will be striking down single targets, all groups of squishy units, before you say Jiminy Cricket. Double Rapiers now coming in, going to set up, but a little bit too close for comfort. We take it out quite quickly, but they do manage to get 2 Chimeras before falling down. A third Rapier Armor Assault Destroyer me doodad coming over. Sorcerer Lord has returned to the fray, and the Deep Strike Stormtroopers are floundering ever so slightly, will fall back. Lots of green stuff happening. Sad time for everyone involved. Is that some Nurgle stuff going on? Is that what that is? Lord knows. It's just absolute chaos and mayhem. Hive Tyrant just standing around with his Barb Strangler, looking for heavy infantry to smite. Oh, it's Biovores with your blooming Bioacid Spore Mines. Okay, fair enough. You had me at hello. Stormhawk still going in. Only half health now, but he's doing alright. He's doing just fine. Oh, hold on a second. I had to do that old thing where I had to double check if I was recording or not. I knew I was recording. Yeah, I had to double check anyway. Welcome to Caster's Anxiety, where you worry if you're wasting an afternoon recording a bunch of games when you never pressed the record button. Yeah, Biovore's wonderfully placed over here. And we've also... we've got an Armageddon pattern Basilisk as well, sir. Now these guys, I think there's a limit of 2 in the Steel Legion roster. But these guys are extremely inaccurate in regards to artillery standards. But when it does hit, my goodness, it does a fair beast amount of damage. So, good stuff all around. I mean, look at that. It fired that way and then somehow landed here. Guys drinking and firing at the same time. No good for anyone. Over here, we have got some demonic obliterators looking to snag this relic. And they do seem to be able to get it. Lots of... In fact, yeah, I think artillery is probably the way forward in this. No straight way to get to your artillery pieces from the perspective of infantry or vehicle, so quite a safe map to have your artillery. Unless, of course, Mortis goes for a lot more of those Stormhawks. Which, I mean, it's not a bad idea. You can certainly think of worse. Transit turret over here being slowly whittled down. Will be taken out soon, I imagine. Chimera assault variant going to go for its hunter-killer missile. Able to do a significant amount of damage to a vehicle. But it does look like on the right-hand side they are floundering. Just a smidge. That Rapier armor destroyer will be able to cut its way through most things, should it be left to its own devices. Double dreadnoughts as well will cause some serious issues. Left-hand side, we have got triple Hellblades. See, it's either artillery or aircraft that will win the day, in my humble, honest opinion. Carnifex, where are you going? Is that enough? He's trying to dislodge himself from the building. Now he's become part of the architecture. Desecrator really getting some good value for money here. Oh, no, the caster's curse. Oh dear. I killed him, I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Get on with it.
The Hellblades standing on top, well, not standing necessarily, flying above, hovering even, above the ruined architecture. One dreadnought has gone down, but the other one will continue to push forward, spinning to winning. But the Carnifex over here with his Barb Strangler, getting some pot shots off, as well as this destroyer. Amazing anti-vehicle unit in the form of a tank. Biovores here have lost their will to fight, need some synapse creatures nearby to keep them safe and steady. Hellblade is really doing a number on them. But the Obliterators and the Carnifex over here do manage to hold the line. We are going to get some smiting good stuff from... Who are you? You were just a regular Purgator, I think. Oh, there we go. Haha, Brother Captain Avonstern. Or Arvenstern, even. I can't imagine me selling that much Avon, in all honesty. If you're not aware, if you're not from the United Kingdom, Avon is a makeup company that knock on your door and try and sell you door-to-door makeup salesman. So I might just name him Captain Avon from now on, or Avon. I used to do that as a job, you know. Believe it or not. I was a terrible salesman, but I gave it a good go. Got lots of assault squads over here. Ah, there we go, storming the Bastille. Gonna take these guys out with their melter bombs. Also gonna go for these destroyers, but losing quite a lot of morale in the process. Significant amount of Razorbacks and armor destroyers. Also got a Vor-Timer pattern Razorback, so even more Razorbacks, even more bang for your buck. These Biovores really piling in the DPS here. Just all the assault squads annihilated. Yeah, that's actually a significant amount of DPS. It was not so much against the armor destroyers, but still enough to warrant a pause for concern. Got another Steel Legion push on the southernmost side. Death Watch veteran looking quite perturbed, actually. Trying to hide in the corner by the looks of things. And got some zone throw-ups as well. Blasting this dreadnought with their brain powers. Hive Tower not taking no for an answer. Got to get him with his stabby bits. Give him the old crack of the tail, the old whip crack, some would say it. Dreadnought goes down. But there's still a lot of salamander nonsense going on down here. Got some blue horrors from the expired pink horrors from up north. Over on this side, the Chaos Demon press on. Got Herald's Inch throwing out some cheeky bloofers, as well as the Sorcerer Lord going for some more greater tainting bolts. But the lion's share of the action is still around this relic here. Thousands of dead, legions of dying around this potential pavilion. And this Dreadnought is just not caring. He's still there, he's still fighting before dying. I might try this in my own PvP games. I might just start commentating about how well a unit's doing in the hopes that that will kill it. That might be the way forward. Lots more artillery coming on, Razorbacks falling thick and fast. Carnifexes, one has gone for his Venom Cannon. Makes him even more lethal against buildings from a range distance. And I just feel sorry for these Deep Strike Stormtroopers. surrounded by poison. Thankfully, they've got the gas masks on, apparently. It's good for them. Chosen striking forward with a Ferrum Infernus Dreadnought, engaging close combat shenanigans. He's also got some blue demon nonsense on around him. Looks like he's regenerating his health. By the power of Zinch, he shall prevail, potentially. Demonic Obliterator has been engaged in close combat by these Chosen, well, at least they're trying to anyway. But not getting there soon enough. Also have another Stormhawk Interceptor helping them out. Or at least gives them a little bit of a chance to move forward and do some damage against these guys. And it does seem he's getting there. Fairness Dreadnought falling back. Got a Brotherhood champion. Going to come in and see what he can do. So good stuff all around. Tyranids managing to secure this relic once again. The Tech Marine taking some blooming las cannon shots to the face. Look at this absolute hero. He doesn't care one iota. Please, sir, can I have another? The warriors over here arming themselves with the venom cannons. But also, just like the Tech Marine, absorbing that las cannon fire. But won't last for much longer once the cannon effectors get within range. Got a Predator on the way. What the Predator can do against such odds, I'm not entirely sure. Chosen have been beaten back. Double Stormhawk Interceptors now. And we do have a Lord Inquisitor standing firm. Thunderhammer in hand. Is it a Thunderhammer? It is a Thunderhammer. There we go. But look at this Brotherhood champion just going in, decapping the relic. It's alright, okay, I've done that. Next on my to-do list, smite the non-believers. And if he can't smite them, well, the flying dudes will. Yeah, not bad at all. We are going to see the Tyranids moving over, transitioning over onto this side. More Grey Knights being teleported in. We also have a, ooh, you are some artillery of the Thousand Suns persuasion, I do believe. Ah, there you are. A Whirlwind firing some big bloofers in. Maximum limit of 1 on these Whirlwinds for the Thousand Suns, but do quite a lot of damage. Also very accurate as well. So I do like how in Unification they do diversify the artillery quite some. Adds a little bit of flavour. Whether the flavour is lore accurate or not, I'm not sure for each faction, but still some flavour just for the sake of flavour is nice. Even if it doesn't necessarily add to the lore. But destroyers, well, one single destroyer now, forming a defensive perimeter against these Razorbacks. And we do have quite the build-up of Thousand Sun shenanigans over here. Scarab Occult Terminators, as well as Sekhmet Cabal Terminators, going for all their gubbins. We're taking actually a lot of damage from the artillery. Might need to keep your eyes on those. The Biovars really being the workhorse for this battle so far. Even the Whirlwind struggling with them. I'd say some jumping units, but as we saw with the Assault Marines earlier on, they kind of like died quite quickly. Oh, look at these guys just absolutely tanking everything. Doing a little bit of backdooring. And to be fair, if you can't take on the main force, then you're going to get creative with your flanking. Terminators are in the middle now, and these guys, in theory, should be able to survive a bit of damage. At least for a little while, just to give these guys some time to maneuver forward. Do have some Grey Knight Purifiers. Those guys certainly don't mind close combat or range combat. Will happily take part in either or. Seems like the Tyranids have been melted from this position. Unless, are you Tyranids like falling back? No, you're just vibing, man. Vibing all the time. I will try and see if there's like a lull in the combat soon, because I want to check out the economies, but I daren't miss out on any of this action. I will watch it from the Steel Legion perspective for a bit. Why not? Just so we can have some different voices. Just for funsies, you know? But Ebongeist going toe-to-toe against the Dreadnought, probably not where they want to be. They've got those red ones in there, so they should be good against vehicles and buildings, so long as they can get that distance. Yeah, does a lot of damage for one volley. Demonic Shrine over here being plastered by holy fire. Razorback still going for it. Gotta appreciate it. Lehman Rust Demolisher. Another excellent use of vehicular stuff. As well as triple Trojans. Great at repairing things. And a tank ace as well. So Steel Legion really focusing on their tanks at the moment. Salamanders just going to hold on here, maybe using that choke point to resist the Steel Legion for as long as they can, while the Demon Hunters do the lion's share of the work. Ebengeister standing as far away as possible. And these Demonic Obliterators finally meeting their end by the looks of things. Smiting him down. Dreadnoughts and Warriors. Oh, so no, they're not allies, they're enemies. Warriors trying to get those flanking maneuvers in that case. Got the Scarab Occult Terminators continuing their stand in the middle. And the Carnifexes don't look all that happy to be there. Carnifexes being taken down one at a time. Demon Armor as well, sir. Very vulnerable against the Grey Knights as they go for their Purifying Swords. And these Occult Terminators, they've got the Thunderfire Hammers? Or are you just Thunder Hammers? Either way, they've got them, but they're not wanting to engage in close combat. That's what the Grey Knights are for. Get the Loyalists to do the dirty work, that's what I always say. Dreadnought shining bright like a diamond. Shrugging off shots from these Demonic Obliterators, now walking into the Chaos Demon base. Practically half, well, not, sorry, we're just reading that. Titan's halfway out, sir. Who are you, which one are you playing for? Oh, you are a Tyranid. Right, okay, fair enough. That's going to cause some issues. But, I mean, you've got 3 Dreadnoughts in the Chaos Demon's base. You're going to be wiping out buildings left, right, and centre. And granted, the Steel Legion are doing an excellent job at maintaining this position, but they don't quite have the punching power to get through all these Primaris and these Predators. Just love the elevation on this map. It's really, really tasty. Yeah, Deep Strike Stormtroopers teleporting around the backside. Do have Scarbrand, the exiled one. Oh, now this is going to be interesting. He's a very expensive boy. Super duper expensive, which is probably why the Chaos Demon player wasn't purchasing all that much in the way of units. But, I mean, once he's out, he does a... I mean, look, he's got a map-wide teleport. He's going to fly all the way over there, so base trading against the Chaos Demons now is going to be a matter of life or death. You either commit to killing their base, or you pull back all the way and try and deal with this tainted beast. He is also going to go for the Chosen Sword, which is 1,200 green money. And he just, look at him go, whipping and naying all over the place. Although in saying that, he's got a lot of health, but not much in the way of armour. He does die quite easily, considering what he is. And don't get me wrong, he's not easy to kill. He regens health when he does damage, but if you get enough damage focus firing him down, he's quite a soft puppy, really. There's some... Oh, is that some Demonettes? Oh, there we go. A bit of mixing and matching. Oh, and a Hierophant. Okay, alright. We're activating all the trump cards here. The push has been successfully defended off, with all 3 teammates working together. Occult Terminators teleporting back home. They say, you know what, no thank you. This is not for me. We also have a Lehman Rust Executioner being teleported into the back lines of the Demon Hunters. Do have a Sorcerer Lord there. Can his close combat capabilities... Look at him go! He just doesn't care. He's just going to quickly make mincemeat out of Scarbrand, if given the chance. And Caldo Drago as well, meeting the demon in close combat. He has managed to look like he's stunned him and slowed him a bit. He's going to make some tasty demon chunks out of him, bringing him down to half health. Is he able to do it? Got a D&D style squad going on here, but Scarbrand, the coward that he is, uses his global flight ability to come all the way back over here, and now he's going to have free reign to regenerate his health. with anyone that he does damage to. Not sure if it works against buildings. Or if it does, maybe it's got like a less amount, but that's fine. Skaldor Drago, wherever you are, you've got one mission and one mission alone. That is to slay Skarbrand where he stands, while the Tyranids make their slow, meandering way over. The odds are against these guys, let's be honest. But it's not impossible. The Whirlwind getting a good strike against all those Tyranids down there. And some chaos. Is it chaos nonsense? Looks like potential chaos nonsense. Oh no, that is... oh, I'm in the Exile. When did you join us? Look at that. Named characters working in tandem. It's a thing of beauty. What's you doing, Skarbrand? Oh, you're just killing everything. Alright. Still only half health there. So while he is absolutely demonic, like I say, he is very killable. You've just got to dedicate so many resources to finishing him off. And throwing down some blue nonsense down there as well. Chosen on the way, as well as some more Terminators. A venerable Rubik Dreadnought going to arm itself with a twin-link las cannon. No, we've got a little dome. Keep everyone safe and happy. Away from those pesky Biovars. This Hierophant really putting in some work at long range. Big, massive guns. Not unlike anything I've ever seen before. Good Tyranid spread as well for these Hive Spires on this side. Skarbrand continuing his train of destruction. Still not quite got any of his health regenning stuff on the go. I've seen a tank. Might go for a quick spank. Oh, a very little kick there, by the looks of things. There he goes, takes him down. Continuing his parade of destruction. And slow but surely, the Tyranids have managed to push back whatever was holding him here. There is still quite a lot of things to deal with. Terminators and also Grey Knight Paladins. Gonna be mean customers. They've gone for quadruple Psi Cannons. And we also... oh, we've got a Storm Raven as well. That's a relic unit, if ever I've seen one. Steel Legion now making a contribution, pushing over onto this side, which is not what the Salamanders need on a Sunday morning. Primaris Eradicator is going to continue chasing after Skarbrand. Storm Raven over here just absolutely ripping apart all these land-lubbing Tyranids. Not much they can really do against something so mighty. Something so chunky. It looks like that Kaldor Drago went down at some point. But we do have Mr. Avon himself going toe-to-toe with the exiled one. Also been sandwiched between a Dreadnought. And Skarbrand's just a bully. He always goes up against people that can't defend themselves. And the moment he gets a little bit threatened, he runs away with his tail between his legs. He'll jump smack bang in the middle of all this chaos. To see what he could do, turning everyone a little bit... does it turn people bonkers? Nope. It's just... well, it does something, I imagine. The cool button. By the looks of things. Oh, it freezes people. Right, okay. Yeah, you don't want that. Don't want that by the looks of things. Also got a Trigon. And then he just jumps away. Storm Raven considering chasing after him, but deciding against it overall. So yeah, it does seem the Northern team has defended relatively well, all things considered. Salamanders have lost the majority of their stuff. The Steel Legion are mopping up what they can, but the Thousand Suns are still going really strong. Demon Hunter's still going really strong as well. Hierophant not really making that much of a difference in the push, especially with a Trigon in there as well. Grey Knight Paladin squad doing what they do, which is just basically messing with everything and ruining the bad guys' plans. Venerable and Ferrum Dreadnought working together like best friends should. And oh, a moment of relative calm. Shall we look at the economies while we're here? 198 and 159, 298 and 0, and 80 and 0, compared to 82 and 86, 80 and 79, and 130 and 98. So the Southern team certainly has the vast majority of the economy, which makes sense since they've got the majority control of the map, but Tyranids haven't really expanded all that much in their reclamation pool business, with only their 80 blue money coming in, or green money, whichever they use. I can't remember for the life of me. Dreadnought's falling down. Very emotional. What's Scarbrand up to? Where are you? You are currently... Oh, you're going 1v1 against a Dreadnought. But again, being harassed and harried by the one and only Captain Avon himself. He's not giving up. Yeah, you might have a demony sword, but you're a massive pansy. Run away. Get out of my shop. Get out of my sight. Thank you. Don't ever come again. Scarborough now going to go see if he can tantalise these Salamanders. But the Salamanders, they're still here, baby. Don't knock them out yet. There's not much left of them. But as long as they can hold on, they can at least contribute something, even if it's just another player to kill. Grey Knight Paladin squad will teleport over. They've still got the Psy Cannons, but they've lost their Grey Knight Teleporter, or their Tier 2 even. Got some Flamers Zinch coming in. And, well, I mean, they do good damage against commanders. And my goodness, Scarbrand, go down. Go down, you. I genuinely can't remember what happens to Scarbrand. I was quite drunk at this point. It's just as exciting for me as it is for you guys. But dear oh dear. Singe Flame has been knocked about all day long. Or's got Storm Sword in there as well. A healthy chunk of Horrors of Zinch from the Thousand Suns there. Scarbrand runs away. Very low health now. And the Steel Legion are being mopped up. Even this Storm Sword, with its mighty vehicle armour, is struggling against quadruple Tech Marines. Just say, nope, by the fire and the flame, we will carry on. Get out of our base. Let us rebuild, for goodness sake, you big, massive sweats. Over on this side, the Hierophant has decided to join in. He's going to see this Altar of Zinch and think, nah, mate, we're not Zinch, we are the Hive Mind, we have no gods. Or whatever the Hive Mind would say in smack talk towards the Chaos Demons. Storm Sword still here. Rapier Armor Destroyers though might be able to send him back home. Oh dear, we've got a... Ah, it's just super tanks all the way along. I mean, can they kill him? Probably not. But I mean, the Storm Sword is just kind of just chilling out there, so might be a thing that they can do. Double Tyranid Warriors over here, all with their well, we've got one Devourers, in fact, oh, a mixture of Devourers and Venom Cannons. Okay, fair enough. Biovor still continuing to get involved. Scarbrand just being an absolute nuisance. Get him in the bin, Mr. Inquisitorial Predator. But it has to be said, Gapiar using Scarbrand exactly how he's intended to. You send him in all day long, smack things around, and the moment he even meets a little bit of resistance, think, nope, that's it, I've done my bit, go back home, regenerate. Although I will say, I'm not entirely sure about this global jump range. Not sure if that is fun to play against. I imagine, like, it'd be interesting if, like, the... okay, let's say that we keep the global jump range, but the cooldown for it is like 2.5 minutes or something. So if you commit to an engagement, you've really got to commit to it. Or just not make it global, but then have a shorter cooldown. But I still think that the cooldown should be quite big on his wings. Considering that, if I'm not mistaken, is Scarbrand not to have... Isn't he supposed to have broken wings? I think. At least that's what happened in Warhammer Total War 3. I'm fairly certain that's a thing. I don't know. I'm not a lore guy. I'm a Dawn of War guy. We have no lore here. The only lore is the law of cool. And sadly, it looks like, by the combination of Steel Legion, Tyranids and Demons, the front lines have crumbled for the Northern team. Breaks my heart once again to see a Southern team win. But they've got to win. So we've got to let them win sometimes, haven't you? That's what the War of the Roses was about. But I don't think that war ever truly ended, in my honest, humble opinion. I mean, yeah, I think artillery really won the majority of that engagement, certainly against the more infantry-heavy compositions. I don't think that the Salamanders really got a chance to shine. They went for their majority vehicle composition. I mean, while the vehicles were amazing on this map, especially when defending here, they didn't quite have enough space to span out and really get their, how would one say, their wheels in. Like, I think maybe needed a couple more infantry units just to solidify that front line first before going for more vehicles and stuff. But either way, phenomenal game, as always. If you like the channel, if you like the video, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you one extra game a week, and also voting privileges for future themed games. And also, there's a Discord where games like this has happened. Mine's been Miss Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short. I will see you in a bit. Peace.